traditions in college football. And for the final time this year, the Eagle flight.
Take a downfield shot. And the catch is made. It's Ryan Williams. Still spinning free. Touchdown Alabama. The answer in one play.
Strange play fake. Bennett. Look out. Here comes a posse of Ducks. And it's a
4th and goal and a half a yard. Jackson. Touchdown.
Unbeaten and really untested except for one game by the Florida Gators in the fourth quarter. Saban and the Tide on.
What's up, everybody? Christian Ballard, sports journalist with Ballard Sports Media. Hope everyone's having a great start to their week. Happy Monday. I figured we'd go live an hour earlier than scheduled. I think I'm just going to move the show to 12 Central Time. I think that's a good time. I got work at 4 later on, so I wanted to go ahead and get this out the way. Got a couple of people watching already. I love and appreciate you guys. Haven't seen anyone in the comments, so no one to shout out right now. But today we want to talk about the SEC coaches that are in danger for 2025. And what do we know from some spring games this past weekend? Guys look good. We still got a couple coming up this weekend. Nico, I'm about fed up with this Nico stuff, man. Like, it's funny to make fun of Tennessee sometimes about it, about whatever drama they got going on. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, you can only go so far with it. And it can only go on for so many days before it just gets old. You know, that's fair. It is fair. Let's look at a schedule today too. Not at the moment, but I think I want to do let me see. Who could we preview today that I still need to look at? There's a couple different teams. I guess I could do Missouri. We'll look at that. I'll go ahead and pull up the schedule in a window real quick, or a tab technically, but we could do Missouri. I think I have done Tennessee. I just still have the thumbnail. And I think I did Arkansas because I had talked about it a couple weeks ago, is what we did. So the pick is in. I know. Yeah. Well, let me put that on vibrate. Okay. So yeah, we'll look at Missouri a little bit later. I got to go back. I'm good at um I'm good at getting these out this year. I think we're on track. I need to get my piece of paper, go back, see what I've actually done so far, and then when it comes time, well, we need to see what teams we've done, and I can cross them off the list for team previews. We got to get digging into like Big 12 and stuff. But we have a whole playlist. I'm not doing these necessarily by conference, but if you notice, like, I've done a lot of SEC and Big 10 lately. I did Georgia Tech 2 days ago. We've done Tennessee. Yeah, I'll probably take that one down and redo it. I don't know. Arkansas, Oregon, Texas A&M we did. I did that one solo, I think. I clipped. What have I clipped? We did Nebraska with Nate, and there was one other that we looked at. Florida I did on my own. I don't know. But we have a whole playlist. We've done 19 teams so far this offseason to preview. And today, really on the show, we're going to look at, we could do Missouri. I could do Missouri today. Uh, yeah. I have done Arkansas too. I need to delete that one. I've also done Georgia Tech. I've done Tennessee. I've done Oregon. So the only one left I can do as far as thumbnails I have created, I can do Missouri. So we'll look at that. Also, what SEC coaches are in danger for college football for the SEC for 2025? That's a broad subject there. Obviously, there's a lot of drama surrounding Tennessee. I'll go ahead and get into that a little bit. I don't think Josh Heupel's in danger of losing his job at Tennessee. Now, it seems like maybe with this Nico drama that, something's going to blow up and Heupel doesn't know what he's doing and stuff like that. But when I look at actual coaches in danger of losing their job, I think it's a short list because Caleb, you got to think about it like this, okay? Kirby is not going anywhere anytime soon. We know that. So Kirby's not going anywhere. Sark's not going anywhere. Mike Elko's just getting started. Kalen DeBoer's still getting started. They love Sam Pittman too much. He'd have to only win like 2 or 3 games, where he's currently averaging about 5 or 6. He'd have to really underachieve. Trying to think. Hugh Freeze. Maybe he's in danger. I know that he got diagnosed with cancer and everything like that. I don't want to get into that part of it. It's a great I do believe he's a great coach. He's got to really screw up to get fired. Um, but a team that I look at, and I'll preview them at a different day. I do have their schedule pulled up though. We'll look at Missouri's schedule. How's Mark Stoops in Kentucky doing? What's up, traveling fools? Yo, 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 yo. Love you, man. Good to see you, buddy. How's Kentucky doing with Mark Stoops? How we doing there? What did they go last year anyway? Let me see. 4-8? My God. Now they almost beat Georgia. They got blown out by South Carolina. So they're 4 wins. Let's talk about their wins. Southern Miss, shout out Sippy Sports. 31-0 week 1. Let me pull this up for you. Kentucky 2024. Southern Miss, they won. South Carolina, loss. I get that. Georgia, loss. I get that. Ohio, win. Ole Miss, how did you win that? Vandy, beat practically everybody. Florida, I get that. Auburn, I kind of get that too. Tennessee, I get that. Off week, beat Murray State, lost to Texas. I don't know if I get so much to Louisville. I guess Louisville did okay last year. But they hit 7 wins, maybe, or were they below 500? I don't even know how Louisville did last year, to be honest. But I look at this at Kentucky's last year's schedule, and I look at Mark Stoops. Dude, get it together, man. Like, this is a make or break year for Kentucky, I think. When I look at Kentucky for 2025, it's make or break for Mark Stoops. And that's fair, man. That really is fair. We'll talk about it some other time. I don't feel prepared to talk about their schedule. Like I said, I want to look at Missouri today, but this is their schedule here. I'm not ready to predict Kentucky just yet. Well, I guess I'll do both Mizzou and Kentucky, I guess. We'll clip this and we'll upload it, but they had their spring game the other day. Not sure how anybody looked. It wasn't televised or anything. Toledo, you should win, but Toledo can put some good teams on the field. So be careful. Ole Miss, loss. I'm calling it right now. Eastern Michigan, win. Bye week with back-to-back road games coming up with South Carolina and Georgia, both losses. Off week. Texas, loss. Tennessee, loss. At Auburn, probably not, loss. Florida, a few years ago, didn't they beat Florida a few years back, like for the first time in like 30 years, and they play every year? Lost though. I mean, we'll see what Florida's made of, but I think they'd be a little bit better this year. They got to be better than Kentucky. Tennessee Tech, win. At Vandy, loss. Louisville, could go either way, rivalry game, but I'm going to stick to a loss here for Kentucky. I will give them wins with Eastern Michigan and Toledo. I got to give them an SEC win, right? Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not a big believer in the Wildcats. I probably should be, and I'd love to hear a Kentucky fan come on here and just straight up tell me why. Why should I buy Kentucky? Why should I buy Mark Stoops right now? I can't find a reason. I just can't. Vandy's going to be better. This is a rough schedule. You could get Auburn. We'll see. It depends on what Auburn wants to do. You're not beating Texas. You're not beating Tennessee. You could get Florida, but I expect Florida to take a small step forward this year, and I'm high on them as far as just being a little bit better. It's hard to find anywhere near 6 wins on this schedule, let alone 3 wins. And again, this is a team we just saw went 3-9, something like that. We'll double check that. 4-8, whatever. It's not getting any easier. They only won one SEC game, went 1-7. But Kentucky 2025, it's not looking good. And then you look at other SEC teams out there, and we look at Missouri. I'm much higher on Missouri than I am Kentucky. I'm much higher on Eli Drinkwitz than I am Mark Stoops. Both are great-minded head coaches. But I don't know what Mark Stoops has done in Kentucky. We'll put that aside. Got a big game with Kansas week 2 after Central Arkansas to open things up. We also got, let's see who they have here. Louisiana Raging Cajuns, not a bad team there, but they should be able to beat a group of 5 team like that. South Carolina, I'm going to take that as an L for Missouri right there. I'm going to go ahead and give them that. We'll come back to some of these games. UMass, bye week, hosting my Crimson Tide, going to Auburn, at Vandy, bye week, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, at Oklahoma, and at Arkansas. This is manageable. I can see 8 wins out of this. I really could. I think you get – it's just some of these teams are better. Some of these teams are kind of unpredictable right now, like Texas A&M. Oklahoma should be better this next season. Arkansas, I'm going to say you beat Arkansas, Mississippi State. Let's count it 2 wins so far on this schedule. UMass, Louisiana, Central Arkansas. I could give you Kansas. That's 6. Should I give you another SEC win? I just think South Carolina is going to be better. Alabama's definitely better. At Auburn is at least a tough road environment. But again, I've said multiple times that it's hard to predict Auburn right now. We just know they have a lot of talent, and they're replacing Peyton Thorne at quarterback, and they at least have to take a step forward offensively. Vandy, you go ahead and chalk that up as an L. Diego Pavia is going to run all over you. He did it to us last year too. It's okay. I'm gonna say for Missouri, maybe 7-5, 8-4 if they can pull off one upset. But like, okay, you don't get Georgia, which I guess is good. I'm gonna say South Carolina loss, Alabama loss, at Auburn loss. That's 3. At Vandy 4. Maybe 7-5. I could see you getting A&M at home, Mississippi State at home, Oklahoma a loss. I'll put you at 7-5. Missouri fans, type in the comments, I guess. I'm not trying to be a jerk today, by the way, if I sound negative a little bit, but I don't know, man. I'm determined to really look into this stuff. Like it's hard to predict some of these teams right now, but it's also very fun and I enjoy it. So deal with it. Deal with it. Anyway. But yeah, coaches in danger in the SEC. That is a tough one. What about Shane Beamer's comments? How's the SEC looking at him? What about the president of the university and everything? I know for a fact that Mark Stoops is in danger. Unless there's something in his contract that I'm missing as far as how do I put this? Like is Kentucky and Mark Stoops? We talked a little bit about it. I do think Billy Napier, even though they just assured him he's not going anywhere. I don't care, man. If it were up to me, who's in danger? Billy Napier, Mark Stoops. As much as I love him a lot because he's an amazing guy, it seems like I've never met him, but he's always a good character at his pressers and stuff. But Sam Pittman, he's got to step his game up a little bit, right? Just a little bit. It's not a big list because you got a lot of young and new coaches. Like Kalen DeBoer's not in danger. Kirby's not in danger. Sark's not in danger. I don't think Venables is at Oklahoma. I don't think the Lane train's leaving at Ole Miss. Let's see. But I don't think Drinkwitz is on the hot seat. Now, I do think that there are teams out there like Shane Beamer at South Carolina, like Missouri, where we could talk a year from now about them being on the hot seat. This is a make or break year in 2025 that they have to show up and show out. Responding to a text on. I feel like I'm forgetting a team out there. Who are we missing in the SEC? Let me see. Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, Ole Miss. Did I miss any teams? Mississippi State. Who's at Mississippi State? Jeff Lebby? Whoever it is, they better get it together. Mississippi State has not impressed me at all lately. Is it yeah, it is Jeff Lebby. That's what I thought. Now I will say I don't think anyone's leaving this year after the season. I think someone would have to like really, really mess it up. There are going to be coaches in college football on the hot seat this year that can get fired after a disaster of a season. But I really don't think it's coming out of the SEC. Not this year. Uh, I don't know. Like you look at the ACC with Florida State. Look at Mike Norvell. He's got to he's got to win some games. He won 2 last year. At least go 5-7 or make a bowl game just to give yourself some life at Florida State. Not to get into like a different conference. This is an SEC show, Southern Throne. But I ooh, the hot seat. Coach is in danger. It's a short list. It's a short list. I don't like talking too much about spring games, but it's the only thing we have to go off of so far. Who have we had? Let's see. Quarterback battles. No one, according to Kalen DeBoer, no one separated themselves at Alabama for the quarterback spot yet, which I think is interesting and intriguing. Let's see. Who else has played so far? Did Tennessee play this past weekend? Let's see. April 12th. Alabama played. Florida played. Oklahoma. What's the news on them? Vandy, Auburn, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee. Tennessee did play this past weekend. Now this Saturday, you have Texas A&M, Arkansas. That's it for the SEC. You have other games out there: Arizona, Boise State, Colorado. Colorado will be on ESPN2 or whatever. I think it should be. Last time I looked, so anyway. We got a couple people watching. Love and appreciate you. No one has joined yet, but anyone's welcome to at any point just to kind of kickstart some conversation if you want to. So, I guess we'll try to do. So, I don't think we'll do BSM podcast this week. We might not. I'm supposed to on Wednesday talk to James Yarko of Locked On Buccaneers from the Locked On Podcast Network. We're supposed to talk the draft picks they have, the strategies, basically talking all things Buccaneers draft. So just to kind of get a glimpse, get some insight. It'd be really good. Who do they take at 19? That's a good question. Really good question. Oh my gosh. Look who's on the TV. It's Pat McAfee's show. Josh Pate's on there. I got to hear this. No, I don't. I'll catch it later. Hold on. Do I want to hear this? I probably don't want to. I like Josh Pate's show, but he is a weird character with how he comes up with some college football stuff, man. He really is. Not like his topics, but like it's like one of those things. It's like um he will say one thing about one team just to make them feel good. And then he'll turn around and do it all again for every team out there. I don't know. Not trying to rip on Josh Pate. He's a good analyst. He's really good at talking college football. He's just he's an oddball in the media world, I think. So anyway. All right, we're gonna call it quits on the show today. Um, we have a couple people watching. No one's joined yet. I was hoping we'd get a crowd today, but you know, it is what it is. I love y'all. Thanks for watching this back. If you did, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, we get a bigger crowd next week. We'll keep trying at this show. I don't want to give up just yet because I do think that we have some good stuff coming to the channel. I think we're going in a good direction. Uh, just excited to see what we have and see where we can go. We'll see where God takes us. Yeah. God bless. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. We'll see you next time.